One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Oh, that was one of the most historic moments ever, Richard, but some people crying foul online after a basketball star questioned the validity of the moon landing. What's going on here?
Yeah, it's one of the top athletes in the world, Talbot. NBA star Steph Curry, he says he doesn't believe man ever landed on the moon. The Golden State's guard was on a podcast recently, and he said he doesn't believe the United States ever landed on the lunar surface, and it led to a discussion about some of the more popular conspiracy theories about that, including one that Stanley Kubrick, the director, kind of manufactured.
I've heard that
the whole
one.
thing. You know what's really funny is NASA has invited Steph Curry to the Johnson Space Center to look at the moon rocks. They want to prove it to him. You know, this kind of reminds me of another NBA star, Kyrie Irving, who recently said he doesn't believe the world is round. He's a flat earther. Something's going on with these guys.
The athletes sometimes have to check themselves. I remember Jonathan Bernier, former Leafs goalie, saying that Nelson Mandela was a great hockey player.
That was an awkward one.
Yeah, very awkward.
He's like, he's great in the locker room. Great in the locker room.
Now, Steph better watch his mouth around one person, astronaut Buzz Aldrin. We have what he did here when facing a kind of a heckler, someone who was questioning. Oh, look at that.
He said that this guy said that he didn't land on the moon, and Buzz Buzz clocks him.
Yeah, I'm going to land something right to the kisser. Now, Richard, hungry holiday shoppers are over the moon that IKEA is going to have some special meal options these holidays at some GTA locations.
Yeah,
What's going on?
This is something IKEA is serving. All-you-can-eat Swedish-style buffet for the holidays at 2 of its Toronto area stores. Taking place tomorrow evening, $20, features, you know, their famous all-you-can-eat meatballs. They're going to have all-you-can-eat Christmas favorites like ham, herring, salmon, eggs, variations of cabbage. I recently had a chance to talk to the Canadian CEO of IKEA, and she says we do an absolute booming business in food, never mind the furniture, so this will certainly be popular.
Yeah, does the buffet come in 100 pieces with instructions that nobody can follow? That's my question.
Put it all together.
Yeah, Swedish for diarrhea. Now, you can call this next one a labor of love. A new hotel concept promises to help you sleep like a baby. Richard, what the heck's this?
You got to take a look at this. It's a new boutique hotel in London, England. It has rooms designed to mimic a mother's womb. They feature cocoon-like beds made of undulating wood panels that wrap around the bed, soft peach walls, muted lighting. There's even a room service menu featuring dishes rich in serotonin, melatonin, and tryptophan, these chemicals that help you sleep. This is a little creepy to me. I don't know if I want a womb hotel.
Well, I'm just wondering what happens at checkout time. Do they push you out and then slap you in the rear?
Get out of here. You're on your own.
And speaking of childbirth, the Ontario government has released stats on some of the most popular baby names over the last 100 years. Did we make the cut, Richard?
We actually did make the cut. So the top baby names in Ontario, past century. For girls, Marie tops the list, followed by Mary, Jennifer, Margaret, and Patricia. Top boys' names, Joseph, John, Robert, Michael.
Nice.
Right there at number 4, David. Richard was number 10 on the all-time list. The current top boy's name right now in Ontario, Noah. Top girl's name, Olivia. And by the way, Sault Ste. Marie, Northern Ontario checking in. Top name up there right now is Maverick.
Interesting. When I was a kid, I always thought my name was Lord because my mom would stare at me and say, Lord, give me strength. Thanks, Richard. Our next hour of news starts now.